Take a blooming sip of coffee first, I think. Cheers. You want to try some? Right. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a Halloween collection. I'm looking over to my left here now. I've got like 3 boxes full of Halloween stuff, a few bags of kitchenware, I've got duvet covers, I've got tea towels, hand towels for the bathroom, all that jazz. So my idea is, I'm looking through these boxes now, I can see they're see-through boxes. I can see some stuff that I'm like, don't want to keep that anymore. So it's kind of going to be like I'm showing you what I've got, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to keep it, move it on. Is it worthy for the bin because I've had it for so long and it's fallen to pieces, whatever. So, might be a long one, so grab yourself a coffee, popcorn, a snack, whatever you need, get comfortable and enjoy the Halloween vibes. Gonna start with my least full box. There's gonna be no rhyme or reason to this from what's in the boxes perspective. Then I might, once the boxes are done, because I've just packed stuff as it fits into the boxes at the end of Halloween last year, then I might move on to like homeware, like kitchenware, bathroom, duvet covers and stuff, because they fit into a nice little category sort of thing. And then I'm going to show you like the new bits that I've picked up this year, which isn't actually a lot. I've been very, very reserved in like spending loads of money this year on stuff. I've wanted to like budget better and use what I've got, see what I've got, and then buy stuff closer to the time. If that means that I've missed out on amazing stuff from TK Maxx and HomeSense this year, then so be it, because there's next year and there's next year and there's next year and there's Vinted and there's eBay and there's Facebook Marketplace, etc, etc. Bunting, or what do they call it, a garland. So I got this last year from a TK Maxx, not my local TK Maxx actually, it was somewhere else. I don't know where we were or why we were there, but we were, and I was like, let's pop in. And I really liked this. And what I like about TK Maxx's is, yes, you'll get stuff in all of them that's the same, but there's some stuff in some of them that like you won't be able to find in other ones. So it's kind of like they send random stuff to random stores. So we've got a purple witch's hat, and then another, what are these called, like pom-poms. We've got a fluffy pumpkin and he looks so happy, some pom-poms, and then we've got a bat. I think he's supposed to be hanging on by one wing. I just had to check the other one. So he's super cute. He's actually really soft and like smooth. And then we've got it again. So I like the fact that this pumpkin shape is different to this one. He's more like tall and this one's more squat. And then we've got Mr. Bat again. So I like that. I liked hanging it. Where did I hang it last year? I think I either hang it on my bookshelf or I'd hung it from the fireplace. But because my fireplace is stone and not wood, it was like really hard to attach the ends to anything. I had to like put something heavy on it and hope that like the toddler wouldn't pull it down. I'm just going to be placing everything behind me, so the background will become less and less aesthetic as we move through the video. Like tons of Halloween napkins that I buy, don't use, and then end up like using them to wrap up my fragile stuff to pack away for the next year. So I've got like an abundance of those, which I just find useful, like I said, for wrapping things up. I've got this headband. Now every year more and more skulls fall off. This was a Poundland thing that I got years ago. You'll probably, if you go back to one of my Halloween Poundland hauls way back, like 7 years ago, this was probably featured in it. So I'm going to be getting rid of this because it's frayed and falling apart and it's not really serving its purpose anymore. We never really use it because it's getting worse and worse every year. So that can go. Got a random Rainbow Magic book in here, Trixie the Halloween Fairy. My daughter loved these books when she was much younger. This is far too young for her now, although she would argue otherwise. So I'm going to be passing this on to somebody else as well. Little homemade stuff that they make in school-made stuff then, really, not really homemade, like a little jack-o'-lantern. I like to keep all these little things from when the kids make them and try and keep them as nice as possible. They're really hard to pack up and like not crease and bend, but I've got little cute things like this floating around in the boxes that I like to bring out every year. It's kind of like when your kids make Christmas decorations and stuff like that, you bring them out every year. It's kind of cool, and you can see like the progression of how they like get better at making them. Super cute. We have a broken broomstick, which kind of goes back together. I'm going to attempt to maybe glue this year. If I can, there we go. So we could like kind of glue that back on maybe, hopefully, and then like hang it somewhere, maybe by my front door or something like that, to say, this is where a witch lives. You know, one of those fancy dress things that kids have for Halloween parties. I've got this dude, and this dude has been in my collection for a long time. Again, it probably features in one of my really old Halloween Poundland hauls. This was £1 at the time. It's like an orange pumpkin ghost. He can stay because there's nothing wrong with him. I just look at him and go, you are super old now, dude. My brother got me some dried flowers one year, and he was like, I saw these, they had a Halloween vibe because they've got the Halloween sticker. And I do have some like fake flowers too. Like purple and black roses. And I kind of put these in like vases and stuff around the house for Halloween. So that's got like the little pumpkin sticky thing. And I think these are actually like dried flowers or dried corn or whatever. But like as they're getting older, they're probably, this is like maybe their 3rd or 4th year, they're like disintegrating and falling to pieces. So I will use them this year and see the state on them by the end of the year. If not, I would love to like find some more stuff like this from, I don't know, I'm assuming it's from a supermarket. But I think like, you know, it's like if you're going to somebody's house who you know likes Halloween in the Halloween season and you see these, rather than give them fresh flowers that'll die, give them already dead flowers that will last 3 or 4 years. So that's those. I have no idea how these have gotten into here because it's not really Halloween vibe, but I feel like some fancy dress stuff that you see kids in Halloween fancy dress almost have nothing to do with Halloween these days. So I'm going to keep these on my head because they're kind of cute. Got a bat torch. Now, I remember buying this when I worked back in the day, back in Millets, and it's one of those wind me up ones. So his little wing goes "10 hours later," and then you turn him on. Doop, doop. Oh, he is on. Well, let me turn him off. I'll charge him. And then you turn him on, doop, and his little nose lights up as well. If you can just about see that in this light. But yeah, so this made its way into our Halloween collection. It doesn't really get used. It's more like a toy for the kids to just wind me up with the noise, but they like it and it stays in the Halloween collection because it still works. Does it get used as a torch? No. Is it fun and is it staying? Yes. A little hanging jack-o'-lantern. You can put a candle in this precariously, and then I don't know where the heck you would hang it with a candle like floating, like where, hang it from your ceiling. Would you be happy with a candle hanging up? I don't know. But I saw this on holiday and they had loads of stuff like this, like not all Halloween stuff, all different ones. And I saw this jack-o'-lantern and I was like, yep, you're coming home with me, because that's like a, you know, a strong, sturdy purchase that's going to last me for years and years. So he's super cute, but I need somewhere to hang him that's not going to like cause my house to burn down kind of thing. So cute. A bucket for all the sweets that we gather. So I think this gets used every year, which is cool. It's got some like dried flower stuff inside it from where the flowers have been disintegrating inside the box for the last couple of months while they've been away after Halloween. But that's that. Another Poundland special. These have been broken. I mean, this guy is missing a leg, and I'm sure the rest of the leg is in the box somewhere. Here's the leg and the spider, and these are a Poundland special, and they don't light up anymore. The batteries are like not batteries that are readily available. You'd have to order off Amazon and it would cost you like £8 for the batteries, so it's probably not worth it. But like, I always, every year, I'm loath to throw them away because obviously the kids love playing with them, so they're like plastic. Will I get rid of it? Probably this year, because he is broken and we've tried to repair him many times, and I think it's time to say goodbye to my little spider friend. Makes me sad. Pumpkin stickers. I think is that B&M Bargains or is that Home Bargains? I can't quite remember. Let me see. B&M Bargains, £1.50. So obviously when you get a pumpkin and you carve it, the longevity of that pumpkin doesn't last, particularly if you've got it inside. So once we carve our pumpkins, we try and carve them like the week leading into Halloween. So like we usually have a half term that's in or around leading up to Halloween. We do that. We'll get the pumpkins like beforehand, leave them outside so they're like cold as possible, not in the sun or whatever, to make them last, and then we'll carve them. But obviously once they're carved, you get a few warm days and they start going mouldy and all yucky. But in the meantime, in the interim, or if there's like 1 year where we don't fancy carving a pumpkin, we can just stick stickers on it instead, and it still gives like a cool vibe. So that's why we've got those. I don't think we've used many of the stickers, if any at all. In fact, I don't think we have used any of them. But they kind of look a little bit like this. So just another option for if you want to decorate your pumpkin, but you don't fancy having the mess of carving it. Makes it a lot easier, particularly if you've got little people, rather than like, you know, 10-year-old little people. Some bunting. I got this last year for the house. I'm not sure if I've still got the bunting that I actually used. So I bought like a few of these and it was like much longer than I was expecting it to be. I think I miscalculated the type of length that I needed. So I think I used 2 of these, one from like my bedroom window to my son's bedroom window dangling at the front of the house. And then I had like downstairs living room window to like the front door. But they like, the quality of them is like really thin. Like, think of a birthday party bag type of plastic. It's that type of plastic. So like, it doesn't matter if it gets wet, but like when it does get wet and then it dries, it will like stick to itself. So like it will like flick all around like this. So I have to go around all the time like pulling it down. So I probably will end up using it this year, but I need to find some like other bunting, maybe like material bunting, that I don't mind getting weather beat once a year, to hang. I love to hang bunting at the front of my house for Halloween and for like, you know, big occasions and stuff like that. But yeah, that's that. That can stay. So I've got another bunting here. This is indoor bunting because it's like paper cardboard bunting. This was another Poundland special from like 7 years ago that I've just looked after, and it says happy, and then we've got all the letters that spell out Halloween. I put this up every year. I love the black and white feel of it. I think it's lasted really well for £1. It's had about 7 or 8 years worth out of it. I think I remember buying it when I was in my little flat with Holly. But yeah, every year this comes out. I love it. Loath to get rid of it because again, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not bored of it. It makes me happy when I see it, etc. So that's that. A tinsel wreath that I've now attached like a black hair bubble to hang it up. Not really my vibe anymore, but I think like the kids enjoy it. Like Hamish might want it on his bedroom door or something like that, or Holly might want it on her bedroom door. But yeah, that can stay. This is another Poundland special. Again, it's like 7 years old now or something crazy like that. It's doing really well. It's been looked after. And yeah, it's, you know, worth the money in my eyes. Got this jack-o'-lantern pumpkin that does light up, and it has like normal sized batteries in there. It takes 2 AAA batteries, so they're much easier to get hold of and replace every year. I just remember to take the batteries out before I pack it away so the batteries don't leak and cause corrosion. So again, another Poundland special from way back when, like over 7 years old now. It's got this little plastic thing goes inside to keep it from like collapsing in on itself. Obviously when the room is dark, it gives like a cool glow. It's just like indoor jack-o'-lantern without having to carve a pumpkin, etc. So another Poundland special. Another Poundland special that's got a ribbon to hang, and I think I've tied this string to it so I could like hang it up from a higher height and have it dangling down lower, or like lower on the door or wherever. I can't remember where I hung it last year, but that's, you know, like tinsel. It's like got the plastic base and then obviously it's had tinsel wrapped around it. But yeah, I don't think this is as old as some of the other Poundland stuff, but it is, you know, definitely getting on a bit. It's probably like half a decade old now, but this comes out every year. Pretty cool. I think I remember my son liking this one last year. He'll definitely be more into it this year because, you know, more understanding, more talking, more communication. So cute little purple spider. I can't remember where these came from, if I bought them or my partner bought them. So if I can't remember, I'm going to assume my partner bought them for me. Lots of like felt stuff. I kind of remember now hanging these on the handles of my kitchen cupboards and kitchen drawers. So we've got like a pumpkin guy here. We've got a purple witch and a black bat. So those get hung in my kitchen. Whether I hang them in my kitchen again this year is, I don't know how I'm going to decorate. I just decorate how I feel and where things should go in that particular year. Then what do we have here? We've got a big purple witch. I don't know like how to hang these or where to put them. I just don't know what to do with it really. Like because it's felt, you can't like stick it to your window as such, like put it in your window. So we've got like a few of those. We've got some big spider webs with a big spider in the middle. So we've got a few of those. These didn't get used last year, along with the big witches. 2 more witches, but without the moon. So we've just got the witch. So if anybody's got any ideas of how I could use these, display them, stick them up, whatever. Then we've got some owls, which are cute. These didn't get used last year either. We've got some more of the ones that I put on my kitchen cupboards. We've got a ghosty and another pumpkin. All these little ones got used last year. I have an abundance of them, as you can see. I've got more than I need. Then I've got some bats. They're kind of cool. They're like vampire bats, those ones are. Got 4 of those. And then I've got 2 jack-o'-lanterns that look creepy jack-o'-lanterns, which is cool. I try and keep Halloween cutesy as to not frighten the children. So I took Hamish, my son, to Morrison's yesterday to look at like a creepy doll figure that my friend needed to know the price on. And like it was one of those ones where if you come close to it, it like activates and starts doing its thing. So it plays like creepy music and like her face is completely black. And then after a while her face turns round and it's like, ugh. And he was like, don't like it, mummy. And he was like covering his eyes like, can we go? So he was quite scared of that. So I'm going to try and make Halloween quite cutesy because clearly he is still like, I don't want scary stuff, which is fair. Holly's a bit older now, so she like understands that like, you know, it's creepy, but it's not like actually going to harm you type of thing. So yeah, help me decide what I need to do with these because I just don't know. Some more headbands. Again, I think I've had these from Poundland for well over 7 years, gotta be. I remember wearing them in one of my Halloween haul videos. So they're cool. They just hurt after a while, I find. So I'll pop those on instead of those ones now. A wand, bat wand. I think it probably came with a fancy dress costume at one point, but it's cool and we like it. I usually just put it in my pencil pot. When the time comes around, it just sort of like sits proud of all my pencils and stuff like that, just so it's on display. But yeah, there's that one. We've got a pumpkin thing that you hang on your door so you can hang your wreath. I have never bought a Halloween autumn wreath, so like the closest I have is that tinsel one that I showed you earlier, which it's not really big enough to like sit on this and look good. So, but I bought this from The Range. Was it The Range? Yeah, The Range. And I've never really used it, which is a shame because I really want to. But I find the autumn and Halloween wreaths to be really expensive. And then we've got some LED letter lights, and these ones spell trick or treat. These were another Poundland special, but I think they were like, you know, the things that are like in Poundland that are not a pound and are more expensive. But like, I can't remember if these were a pound, if they're that old that stuff like this was a pound, but now they charge like £5 for stuff like this now. And I'm just like, are you for real? But yeah, so you just put your own batteries in a little battery pack. I tend to hang these up in my front window or my bedroom window. So as you come down the street, you can see them in my window. I liked my house to be a Halloween house. I've got little like window suckers, like the see-through things that suck onto your window, and then hang them from that, and then obviously turn it on when it gets dark, turn them off when it's not dark, etc. But yeah, they're fun and they do give like a good glow and good effect. That's the first box done. I can see in the bottom of this box there's a lot of like stuff from the dried flowers, so that's good. Box number 2. Just had a little interim while I was like packing up the first box, drinking my cup of coffee, having a little break or whatever, stretching my legs because I'm sitting on the floor and I'm too old to sit here cross-legged for more than an hour. So I've left the camera running. We're on 36 minutes. So I feel like if you've made it this far in the video already, well done. There's a lot more to come. So it's going to be a long one. Obviously I'll edit it down to be as short as possible. But yeah, if you like long videos, then this is the one for you. If not, then sorry about that. But yeah, it's come over really grey outside. It's just started raining quite heavily. So if you can hear the rain in the background, I hope that adds to the mood of this video. But yeah, we're just gonna crack on with the second box now. Was that lightning? The universe must know I want to film a Halloween video and have given me all the creepy vibes. I'm filming a video and it started thunder and lightning and it's a Halloween video. This is like perfect. Did you hear that? Oh my days, this is gonna be so cool. I love it. I love it. I hope my microphone picked that up. Anyway, we're gonna keep rolling with this. I love it. Thank you, Mother Nature. Right, so in this box, I could see through the box, there's already stuff that I know I want to move on this year because I just do not use it. If you are a long-time viewer, you will know at some point during the lockdown, I can't remember if it was lockdown 1, 2 or 3, I shaved all my hair off. It was in really bad condition anyway, so I couldn't actually donate the hair to anyone, unfortunately, because it was in such a sorry state. But I did raise £1,700 for Kidney Cancer UK. Little backstory, little side tangents that nobody asked for. My mum passed away of kidney cancer, so that's why I decided to do it for that particular charity. Anyway, then obviously I had a completely shaven head. I had a buzz cut, complete buzz cut. It wasn't even just cut short, it was buzzed. buzzed. You can go back and watch some of the videos, they're still down there. I did a live, the live is still there, you can go and watch it in your own time. But I bought loads of like Halloween headbands, and at the time we were still wearing face masks, so for every Halloween headband I had a matching face mask. I've gotten rid of all the face masks now because we don't need them. They were well washed, they'd all like faded because they'd been washed so many times and stuff like that. But I've still got the headbands, and I was like, oh, but I'm gonna use them and it's gonna be really pretty when I have long hair again. But they're just not my vibe anymore. So I'm gonna be moving these on. I'll probably find like a Halloween group on Facebook and say, yo, does anybody want these for free? Just pay me the postage. So I've got this one, green, pumpkins, ghosts, candy canes, witches' hats, etc. I've got this one with like an orange backing. What's this one? Witches' boots, pumpkins, ghosts, candy canes, etc. Orange backing, and I've got a spooky house, skull and crossbones, ghosties, witches' hats. What else is on here? A gravestone, a frog, spiders, you get it. Then I've got white backing ones with the same print that I just showed you, but in white. I've got another white backed one with black bats. So those are all going. I've literally kept them for years going, oh yeah, but I'll use them. I'll find a use for them. I will use them to tie things up. And then obviously when you use them to tie stuff up, you can't see the pattern on them. They're just not that great for doing stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like it's time for these guys to make their way to a home where they will be used and loved rather than just sitting in a box hoping to be used but then never do. So those can go. Can you hear that rain? This is what it was like last night when I was driving home. Thunderstorms, and I was just like, if you watched my live where I was getting ready to film this video, putting this makeup on, etc., I was saying about like, you know, how Mother Nature is just like, and you just can't compete with that type of force. And like there's something just spectacular about thunder and lightning, particularly when it's like you can actually see the cracks, the fork lightning, not just like the sheet lightning where you can see there's fork lightning somewhere but all you get to see is like the flash, and then the crack of the thunder. Woo! She angry. Cushions from TK Maxx. I love TK Maxx for Halloween things. They get it in like in July, and everyone's like, why are you buying Halloween stuff? It's only in July. And I'm like, girl, I'm gonna stop you right there. Halloween is a vibe for me all year round. Like this duvet cover goes on all year round. Not like I don't wash it, but like I'll change it and then I'll put it on again after the next duvet cover, blah, 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 blah. But I've been investing in some cushions over the past couple of years, getting more like homeware stuff that I can use as well as decorations and stuff. So I think Holly chose this one. I think with TK Maxx prices, they tend to go like $4.99, $7.99, $9.99, $14.99. So I would reckon this was about the £10 marker. But yeah, I really like it. It's just a plain back, and does it zip off? I mean, I'd like to think, you know, that I could wash it one time. Yeah, it has got a zip. So that's that. It's like a velvety type of feel to it. Super cute. And while we're on cushions, I've got this Hey Pumpkin one. I think this one was from the range. And it's got a zip. I was just checking. I was like, hey, does this have a zip so I can actually wash it one time in case, you know, I spill coffee on it or something. But yeah, I feel like the Hey Pumpkin stuff in a lot of shops like B&M Bargains, Aldi's, Sainsbury's is very, very popular these days. I feel like I just saw another flash of lightning. Maybe not. But yeah, so I've been getting some cushions. I've just remembered now in my daughter's bedroom there's another cushion that I'll go and get after I finish filming this box to show you. But yeah, cute. It's like really fluffy, this one. And then where do we go? The range to get this, it's a Hello Pumpkin. It's like got a little photo frame stand on the back of it, or it's got something that you can hang it up like on your wall as like a picture. That's cute because although, like I said, Halloween is an all year round thing for me, I also like to put my Halloween decorations up with autumnal decorations on the autumn equinox, which this year the first day of that will be on the 22nd, so this weekend. Or is it Monday? I think it's on Monday. But yeah, I really like that because I feel like it's something you can get out earlier than your Halloween decorations, if that's the way you roll. I mean, I just get out all my Halloween decorations as soon as autumn equinox rolls around. I'm like, let's go, let's get the show on the road. There are a few things that stay around all year, like, you know, this and cups and things like that, like kitchenware, towels, etc. But my family is just like, yeah, can you put the rest of the stuff away? Which, if I lived on my own, I would have it out all year round. But then I also like the opening the boxes and like, oh, I remember this, I remember where I got it, I remember the story behind it, oh, I forgot about I had this and stuff. And it's almost like opening a box and being like, oh yeah, cool, and it revokes lots of lovely happy memories and stuff. So yes, that's that. Right, we have this glow in the dark, apparently, skeleton. He was a Poundland special. I always struggle to find a place for this dude, and when I do find a place for him, he's still kind of like in the way and he doesn't really glow in the dark. So I feel like it's time to move this dude on. I might just sell him or move him on for free or whatever, put it on like Olio or whatever. But there's this. How do we feel about him? I mean, I have all this stuff like as if I'm going to throw like a Halloween party for like my children and all of their mates, but like it never happens because that's just not who I am. I'd rather go to a Halloween party than host a Halloween party, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I think it might be time to say goodbye to this dude. I'm going to put him to the side and see what my kids say, because they might, you know, want him still or whatever, but he doesn't really serve a purpose. Like if he actually glowed in the dark, it would be cool, but he doesn't, so he's just not that great. I feel like this was either Poundland or like really early days TK Maxx when I still lived in Swansea. So I feel like the quality of it is too good for it to be Poundland because it's like proper hard words, whatever. This comes out every year. It's like a Hessian sack type of material with a print on it. Just hang this up every year. Trick or treat. Yeah, it's been in my collection for a long time. I'd have to look back through my videos to see if I did a haul with it. I can't quite remember, but it's a long-standing decoration that's definitely going to stay because I like it. Same with this. I mean, I can't remember if I got this from TK Maxx or Poundland, but it's definitely, you know, a good solid piece. What I can say about this, I can see some of the what do you call it, the glitter on it starting to come away or whatever. I mean, I've just got some on my hands just from accidentally brushing it. But again, I do hang this. I like take all of my normal pictures off the wall and then hang these up in their places from autumn equinox until the end of Halloween, really. So when black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, it's time to celebrate Halloween. I've got another hanging decoration here. This is a cardboard one, still decent solid, but if I, you know, bent it hard enough, it would bend and not return to its formal glory. But this was definitely a Poundland one. Again, I'd like hang this from like a picture hook or a door handle or something like that. But yeah, I like this one still. It can stay in my collection. There's another hanging decoration. I think this is Poundland and this is wood. Solid. With some dangly skulls. She says she doesn't like skulls, but you know, I obviously do. You can't really get away from them. I mean, some of them are good. Some of them are a bit like, oh, no, it's not a vibe. But yeah, beware. So I don't know. I've recently decorated my lounge and I was just thinking, I hang all these things on picture hooks, but when we redecorated, we took all the picture hooks out completely, filled them in with polyfiller and painted over them because they were like picture hooks that were left over from the previous owners of this house. And we were like, no, we want to like place the picture hooks where we want to place them now, kind of thing. So I don't know how that's going to work this year, because I don't want to put picture hooks up just to hang my Halloween decorations off. Or do I? So that's that one. I've got a phone case, which I'm going to put on my phone actually, because I've currently got a November one. You can see how grubby and stained this one has got, and it's gone like all yellow in colour when it should be clear. But I've been rolling with this since the 1st of November last year, and I haven't changed it. So I'm going to put this one back on. Kind of cool, kind of, you know, child friendly, etc. A phone cover, which I will put on my phone after I finish filming this. So string lights, these are cool. I like these. It's probably something I should keep out all year, because you can take, these are like purple bats. I've had these are a Poundland special. You can't beat Poundland specials. I think the bats actually come off the lights. Yeah, they do. And then you can just have plain fairy lights, but obviously these glow purple when they're turned on. And again, it's something I either like to have hanging from my bookshelf or from the windows to give, you know, like a cool Halloween vibe. I love the green, purple and orange sort of colours for lights in the Halloween season in my window. And they always get tangled up, just like Christmas lights every year. You put them away nicely, and then the fairies come along and tangle up all the wires. And then it takes, you know, AA's or AAA's, which I take out every year to stop the leaking and corroding. So there's those. I think I've got another set of these floating around somewhere. I've got another set here. These ones are like the trick or treat ones I showed you from the first box, although I've lost the actual box for these ones, I think. These ones say Happy Halloween in blue and orange. So the happy is in blue, and then the Halloween is in orange. And again, the little battery pack, I like to hang those in the window. I've got one of these light up thingies. It lights up. Oh my gosh, I left the batteries in this. Whoops. So this one lights up green and red on the inside. And then it like, what's the word? Puts the picture of the Happy Halloween and the shapes and stuff onto, projects the picture of this onto the wall. And then it's got like the spider web top that always falls off. So this stringy bit is like from my hot glue gun, where I tried to hot glue it to this because last year it was really, really windy. And the tea lights in our jack-o'-lanterns that we left outside kept blowing out. So we have pumpkins that are quite big. So I wanted to like put this inside, leave it on inside the pumpkin. So it was like flashing red and green, which gave a good effect. But like, it was such a washout last Halloween. It was like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I've left the batteries in that. Whoops. So that's that. One more thing in this box. I've got a little Lego pumpkin. I bought this off Vinted thinking it was going to be huge because it cost me like £4.50 or £5 or something. And it turned out to be a tiny little Lego piece of nonsense. But I keep it because it's kind of cute, just to have on my like mantelpiece in front of like the bigger items that I've got. So that's that. And that's the second box done. Oh my goodness, I just found something that fell on the floor and I didn't realise. Another Poundland bargain. Again, the batteries have run out in this one, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, they've definitely run out. So it's another one of those like soft, squidgy ghosties that you turn on and it lights up. But alas, the batteries have run out and it doesn't light up anymore. It's kind of the same vibe as the green spider thing that I had that I'm decluttering because it's broken. This one's not broken, so it can stay. It's just fun for the kids if they grab it off wherever. It doesn't really matter because it's not going to break. So little ghosty. Yo, filming time is up to 1 hour and 2 minutes. Yikes, gonna be a long video. So this was the cushion I was talking about that was in my daughter's bedroom. Little bat, super cute. Loads of people were after this last year. He came in this colour and a black colour. Obviously, my daughter loved this colour. So that is always in her bedroom. It's just beautiful. It's like really, it's not really a cushion that you could like use to sit on. It's more of a decorative cushion. It's quite a sturdy, plump, not very squishy cushion. And then there was other things in my daughter's bedroom. I was like, I just know there's more Halloween things in here. And I was scanning around. I know there's a bat in there. I couldn't find it, but I did find this little cat with a cute little pumpkin. And he's a really old TY Beanie Baby, and his name is Superstition, because, you know, black cats and people are superstitious of them. I'm not. I love black cats. I think they're good luck, but a lot of people don't like them for whatever reason. So he's cute. So we're moving on to my third and final box before we move on to, like, you know, homewares and new purchases. Ghost bunting. My daughter has these in her bedroom. She nabbed them. I bought them for like everybody for downstairs, but she was like, Mum, can I have them in my bedroom? So we got ghost bunting, super cute. So I think I bought this at the same time that I bought the first bunting that I showed you with like the witch's hat, the bat and the pumpkins. We've got all like rainbow ghosties. So we've got orange, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange again, light pink and dark pink. They're just so cute. It's like cute Halloween. How can you not like this? I love it. So cute. Oh, this bad boy. This was a new to the family last year from TK Maxx, and he was $14.99. 3 ghosties that are holding the words spooky. One's got a witch's hat, one's got a little bow, and one's got a little top hat. This sits, where did it sit last year? I think it sat in the middle, prime position of my fireplace mantelpiece type of thing, because it's so big. But I love him. This was a good little purchase. And I mean, it's not really, it's like probably one of the most expensive items that I bought. As you've seen, like a lot of my decorations that I've built up over the years have been when I've been on a tight budget. I remember for years I said, come on Holly, we're going to Poundland and we're going to get some Halloween decorations and our budget is £10. So for years we built up a Halloween collection of things by spending £10 a year on stuff just from Poundland, and most of those things, because we've looked after them, have lasted really well. That's that. Not that I need to justify what money I spend on and what stuff I spend it on, whatever. But yes, my little ghosties, very cute, very demure, very mindful. Tinsel! Going back to the Poundland special stuff, this was like, you know, the OG Poundland stuff. So I can't remember what came first, whether it was like the light green skull and crossbones or the purple pumpkins. It's like a tinsel boa. Or I think there's like a dark green one in here. I can't get to it, it's under something heavy at the moment. But yeah, these are Poundland ones. They are coming to like the end of their lifespan. I find that every year more and more bits fall off. I've already planned this year that they're going to be wrapped around my staircase. What's it called? Banister. Banister. They're going to be wrapped around my banister because I haven't done that in quite a few years. I've always like hung these over pictures or over bookshelves or over something or round mirrors and stuff. But this year they're going on the banisters. A glass jar, like a mason jar, that like I usually have these on my windowsill in the kitchen. So when I'm doing like the washing up, they were always there. That's where they were in my old house as well. They've been on like bookshelves and stuff. So these light up. It's like a wiry string of lights, basically. Do they still light up? Yeah, they do still light up. I'm not sure if you can see that. They do light up green, on, off, on, off. Obviously when it's dark, they give a better effect. I've got an orange one of these. These were a Poundland special. They've lasted, but I feel like the batteries do need changing soon. But they're the original batteries that have stayed in there from when we bought it. So, you know, it's glass decent quality stuff from Poundland. Who knew? Here's my second string light of the bat lights that I showed you earlier. And this is the heavy thing. Oh look, I've just found another one of those headbands. I've clearly wrapped this around to keep it from like knocking against other things, but this is like a purple backed headband with like witch princesses and other stuff on it. So that's going to be on my to-go pile with the rest of the headbands this year. This was a TK Maxx purchase. I think I remember maybe this being like one of the earlier TK Maxx things that I've got. I wanted it to be like a tea light, but you can't actually fit a tea light in there. And instead it came with like a little baggie of, if you can get the baggie out, of like, it's like pot puree or potpourri is what my mum used to call it. Pot puree, potpourri, which smelt really Halloweeny, but obviously is quite a few years old now, so it's kind of lost its scent unless you put your nose up really close to it. But if I could get this little baggie out and put some new smelly stuff in it, that would be cool, because it's like having a candle on without the danger of having a candle on. You can just walk away and not have to remember to blow it out. So there's that. That usually goes quite down low near my fireplace, like on the hearth. But yeah, he's cute, love him. Good little addition. Then we've got more purple pumpkin tinsel, and then we've got the dark green skull and crossbones tinsel. So all that's going on my banisters this year. Little pink pumpkin. So when I went to my local pumpkin patch one year, they have like stalls, small business stalls there selling their wares like cakes, Halloween stuff, face painting, all that kind of jazz. And Holly wanted to buy me this, which was super cute. I love that she chose a pink pumpkin. So that comes out every year, and obviously it's got a lovely memory attached to it from when we went to the pumpkin patch and she went to choose me this. Mr. Cat. So I forgot I had him actually. So this was like my daughter's choice. She said she really liked him, and he was a TK Maxx special last year that people were raving over. And he comes with, there's like 3 mice as well, and all the 3 mice are in different poses. And we went to like loads of different TK Maxxes looking for these different mice. I know I've got some of them, but I can't remember. This is why I like kind of packing stuff away and then unpacking it again. But I can't remember which ones we have. So, and I completely forgot about this dude. Otherwise I would, if I would have remembered, I would have been down in TK Maxx every week looking for the mice, because sometimes, some years they have last year's things again, and bring them back. But it is what it is. Oh well. But he's cute. A little cat wearing a witch's hat with like pumpkins, and he's dark blue on this end and black on this end. So my neighbour crocheted me a little pumpkin. He's gotten a little bit squished, so I might have to like squish him back into shape. But she came round one day and was like, I made you a pumpkin because I know how much you like Halloween, and I thought it was really sweet. So yep, a handmade item that I didn't have to pay for, with a beautiful memory attached to it because somebody made it thinking of me. I think that's really nice. Then we've got Snoopy. So my partner's parents bought this for Holly one year when they'd been to America, and brought him home. He's a little bit dirty on the nose, I think, from where my children have been playing with him last year. Fun fact, my son does not like him. So the first Halloween we brought him out, I think he was just a baby and was too young to understand. The 2 Halloweens after that, because he was born in early October, so he had his first Halloween when he was like weeks old, so he wouldn't have known. And then, so the Halloween where he was 1, and then the Halloween where he was 2, he hated the Snoopy because, and I'll show you why, he does a little dance and a little song, but I'm going to hold him, but he like moves across the floor. So how do I make him work? So yeah, he doesn't like it because I think he finds either the noise creepy, the movements creepy, or both. I have a sneaky suspicion that he's still not going to like this. I'm not sure if he has a memory of this. He might, when he sees it, he might be like, oh, I remember that from last year and I do not like it. But for the last 2 years where he's been actively aware of what's happening around him, he doesn't like it. So we'll see. From America, I love him. I think he's great. We've got a little pumpkin, not a cushion, but like a cushion in like, you know, squishiness, but like just sits by my fireplace or somewhere where it can sit like a pumpkin. But that's really cute. It's a lot flatter than I remember it being. It's definitely almost faded on the top, I think, maybe. I'm not sure if that's just the light, but who doesn't need a squishy pumpkin in their life? More squishy pumpkins. So we've got a grey, orange and white. I put these usually on my TV stand in front of the TV because they don't obscure the screen. But we've got that. A Halloween jack-o'-lantern tea light holder. £1 from Poundland way back in the day. I remember hauling this. I think it's in my Halloween haul video if you go way back. So there's that one. Another tea light holder, again Poundland, different shape but another jack-o'-lantern. Love these. Tea light holder, little ghosty, Poundland. It's another TK Maxx special. This one was £5.99, not last year but the year before. So this is Maisie the Magical Mouse that my daughter named her. So she's holding a little pumpkin. They bring the mouse maybe in different poses out every year in TK Maxx, so I'm not sure what the designer or brand is. I can't remember if it had the tag on it, but she's cute. She comes out every year. I mean, cute Halloween, you know, it's the theme. So this is another tea light holder. This was from the shop Tiger, Flying Tiger, and it's like a decorate your own one that my daughter's done. The paint is chipping on it, and she did this quite a few years ago, so I'm going to ask her if she wants to keep this or if she wants to touch it up with more paint or move it on or whatever. So I'm going to put that to one side so I remember to ask her what she'd like to do with it, because it is a little bit worse for wear, but again, it's cute. It's a fun Halloween activity for your kids to do. Got another tea light holder here. This is a Poundland special, and if you look really closely, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see on the camera, but the glazing is starting to crack. So although you can't feel it to rub your hand over it, it's definitely got some cracks through it. And when you light a candle in this, you can hear it going crack, crack, crack. So I'm not sure. I'm going to light a candle in it this year and see how it goes, but I think it might be time to either retire this one from candles and just have it as a decoration, or just say goodbye, because it was £1 from Poundland like 7 years ago. He served his purpose. He's come out every year. He's a good egg, good little ghosty. He's done his job, but I will see how he goes because I feel like he's in a very fragile state. Ah, yes, I know what this one is. So we've got a black cat, and he's got like gold spiderweb and spider on him, and then the little candle sits in the top here. This was a TK Maxx special as well. He gets quite dusty, this one, even like during the time that I just have him out for Halloween, he gets quite dusty. But that's that. I'm not a massive fan of this one anymore, so I feel like you've got to have, I don't know, it's just, I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to use it this year, see how I feel about it, see how Holly feels about it. Don't really ask my partner's opinion because he's neither here nor there with Halloween. But yeah, see what we do with this one. I'm not sure whether to move it on because I'm not sure about it. I'm not 100%. So this is a little mouse to go with the cat. See what I mean? Like they're the same sort of vibe. So there was like 3 of these in different poses, I think. But I think we only managed to find one. I can't remember. And so we've got that other glass jar lantern that went with the green one that I showed you. So this one glows when you turn it on. The lights glow orange to go with the orange on the outside. This was a gift. I remember this one from the bag that it's in. So this is from Tiger, or Flying Tiger. It's a little ghost tea light holder, which in fairness, actually, I could move this one out and keep this one, because how many ghost tea light holders do you actually need? And this one hasn't cracked or anything. I've used this just last year. This was new to me last year and was a gift. I can't remember how much these were, but I'm gonna say like $4.99. It wasn't any more than that for sure, but that was cute. My friend just like, she's like, oh, I've just got to pop into Tiger, I'll be back in a minute. She came back and she had one for her and one for me. I was like, oh, cute. So this was another TK Maxx purchase, I think. There's no price sticker on it anymore. There's a little black cat with little fangs. It always reminds me, do you know, when I look at this, I think of Mona the Vampire. If you have kids or were a kid once and watched like the TV programs after school, Mona the Vampire, that cat, I don't know why, it reminds me of that. So there's that. And that is the third and final box. It's been filming for an hour and a half now, guys. So if you see this part of the video, please give me a thumbs up for the perseverance in filming this mega video. It is going to be an absolute mammoth edit. So I forgot to pack away my little Lego pumpkin, so he can just sit there and he can be mixed in with all this stuff now, because he'll be going out on display in a couple of days anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we're now moving on to like homeware, duvet covers, kitchenware, towels, cups, and then I'll do what I've bought this year so far. So I've got to show you the bag. Poundland this time of year do Halloween bags, and I've picked up, I think I picked up 2, not last year but the year before. This one, Creeping It Real, and I'll show you the next one, and then I picked up one this year as well. So they're like part of my all year round usage, as this stuff is all year round. I keep it, like, I don't pack it away in boxes and put it in the attic. This stuff just stays and gets used. So these are dirty. I didn't put these in the wash because I'm currently using them. So they have got some food on them, but they're oven gloves. I got these for Christmas from my partner's auntie. Love. Brilliant, really thick, lovely. They were a bit stiff at first, but now that I've used them, they've become a bit more malleable and I'm actually able to pick things up properly. So these are a TK Maxx special. I saw them last year but didn't buy anything. And then also to go with that is the pinny, which I haven't used yet because I've also got another. I bought myself last year a Halloween pinny, but it was more like a witchy vibe. It's in the wash. I didn't want to show it to you because I put a pinny on when I'm cooking, or particularly peeling potatoes, because potatoes like splat, and I find potato juice stains. Like, even if you put it in the wash, it stains. So I'd rather it stain my pinny than stain like my nice dresses that I'm wearing. So that one's in the wash. So I'm going to take the label off this one, and this one can be used as of today. But that's my little pinny that I wear when I'm cooking. It's a pinny, I find, is like a pinny, an apron. It's really like an old-fashioned thing. I don't see many people use a pinny these days. But that's that. Matches my oven gloves. I like it. So this, it's still got the price on it. It was $7.99 from TK Maxx. Is my hair all caught? What a vibe. Then from my partner's auntie again, so my auntie-in-law, is that what you say? I don't know. She got, with the things I just showed you, got me some tea towels. So I use these all the time. They were a lot more vibrantly coloured than this, but on the first wash, most of the colour rinsed out of them. So this was like really bright orange, but now it's like a faded orange. It's kind of like stayed that way. So this is dirty on the back because it's being currently used, but it's going to go in the wash after this. It wasn't so dirty that I felt like, ew, I couldn't show you. But so that was the orange one. and then you can see the black one so faded, like it was like a really deep dark black, but it's almost like faded grey. But it's got like good toweling on the back. I find it's actually quite an absorbent, useful tea towel, whereas some tea towels are just like, this is just smearing the wet around. It doesn't actually absorb the wet. So that's those. Another set of oven gloves. I got these for my birthday one year. My partner was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, Halloween stuff, please. So I went onto the Emma Bridgewater website where they still had like a Halloween sale, because my birthday is in February and they keep some of their stuff online. So we've got the oven gloves, which it's like a cookie theme. So we've got a custard scream, a pumpkin, gingerbread skeleton, like the party rings, spider webs. What else have we got on there? Got little ghosties on there. So they're cute. So I use these ones when the purple ones are in the wash. And then we've got the tea towel to go with that. So when this tea towel was new, it was one of those tea towels that was just rubbish. It didn't absorb, it just smeared everything around. But now that it's been used and washed a few times, it's like become less stiff, almost like it's got less starch in it or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty. I just love it. It's so cute. This was supposed to be in the boxes, but it's something I forgot to pack away last year, so I've just had it like sat on my bookshelf so not to damage it. But Holly made this for me when she was like, it was preschool, as in before school, when she went to like a day nursery, when like I was doing like a course in administration. It's a little tea light holder and it's like falling to pieces. So it's orange clay with like glitter on top. I'm loath to get rid of it, but I'm also loath to like use it. But I need to like try and gather up some of the fallen glitter and like re-stick it back on there, or just find the glitter that matches and re-stick it on. But I just put it on display every year. I don't use it because I'm scared that the heat from the candle tea light is going to like damage it. So there's that. So a pumpkin cup. This was one of the first pumpkin cups that I ever bought, and I was like, oh, I love it, it's a good vibe, it's like autumny, not necessarily Halloween. And then like I forgot, I got so excited by that prospect. There's some pink tack on here, blue tack. I stick a spider to it, but my son stole the spider. It's got like an orange on the inside, it's not white on the inside, and I don't really like using cups without a white inside. I feel like this cup, I've used it, it's got a white inside, right, so you can see what you're drinking. I find with like a cup that's got like an orange or black is the worst colour for an inside of a cup. I struggle. I don't know why, it's a weird thing. I'm getting better with it because I have used another cup I'll show you in a minute, but I decided that I'd use this for a pencil pot. So this stays out all year round. It's got dust on it because, you know, who dusts? Like, let's just get ready for Halloween all year round and leave the place with cobwebs and dust. But yeah, pen pot that's got like bubbles in it, a tent peg as you do, a ruler and a comb to comb my hair because, you know, where else are you going to keep it? Then we've got a spatula. This is quite a few years old now and the paint is starting to wear off, which I'm like, am I eating the worn off paint? But that's my spatula. I use it every day. It literally stays out all year round. That goes with the utensil pot. I bought this as a utensil pot. It says it's dishwasher safe and microwave safe. Oh, I don't think I could. But I've just noticed when I've been bringing this up to you guys to show you that it's like chipped, like the glazing's chipped where I've been putting the utensils in and out. So I got this last year, $6.99. The TK Maxx just love their whatever price and 99 pence, don't they? They just love it. There's not like an ever a solid number. But yeah, this stays out all year round on my windowsill by my sink, which is near my cooker, for my kitchen utensils. Like so, but with more. This was a TK Maxx. This was a TK Maxx special, and they had like big jugs to go with it as well. That I was tempted by but didn't buy because they didn't have one that matched this. This is actually really poor quality cup. I do drink out of it, but it loses its heat so freaking quickly. Don't understand why. It's just got pumpkins on it all year, so it's like autumnal rather than just Halloween, and they're not jack-o'-lanterns, they are like pumpkins. It says hello pumpkin on the inside, but I find like the glazing in this, this is why it's sold in TK Maxx, but like it's a second, it's not, it hasn't made the like final cut. So like you've got some like black marks in the glazing. That's not dirt, it's literally like in the glazing. And like down here, like the glazing, it's obviously got like some sort of small problem with it, but like it's been stained with coffee down there inside the glazing. So like I'll use this until it is non-usable, obviously, because it still is a functional, but it's like not a cup that I gravitate towards much. Like I love my Catechism mugs, but they never make any Halloween ones to my knowledge, which is a shame. Like this is like the penultimate cup for coffee and tea for me. Like if I don't have these in my house, then I don't know, I think I would just like, I don't know. But I've been using Catechism mugs for like over a decade now, easily over a decade, since before I even had Holly, and she's 10 years old, so we're probably talking about 15, maybe even more years I've been using Catechism mugs. They are like my favourite mug. If you don't know what to get me for Christmas or my birthday, if anybody that I know is watching and you're so inclined to buy me gifts and you don't know what to get, any Catechism mug that is that shape, they used to be £5 each. They are now £10.50 each. Like what? Any of these I'd be happy with, because the shape, the size is just perfect. But I digress. That's a tangent that nobody asked for. My pumpkin mug. Last year I got this in Asda. It's £2.50. How can you go wrong with that? £2.50. This is like, if I've run out of Catechism mugs, I will use this mug, because it's like, for a £2.50 Asda mug, it's got the perfect white inside with the perfect Halloween outside. Again, I said earlier I don't like skulls, but I like this one. It's not too creepy. I like it. There's another tea towel here. I think I bought these not last year, maybe the year before, can't remember. But it came with a really plain, boring one. Don't you hate it when you buy tea towels and you've got like a really fun one at the front of the packet, and then the one behind it is just boring? So the other one was just black and white square toweling. I was like, I'm not showing you that, it's just boring. So we've got dancing skeletons, and again it's faded really badly because obviously it gets washed and worn quite a lot. Washed and worn, washed and used quite a lot. So I love my tea towels, and I endeavour to make all of my tea towel a Halloween tea towel collection, and then just gradually get rid of like the other old ones that I've got. My friend bought me this maybe this time last year. I think she came down to see me, and inside was some little sweeties for the kids, and the cup was for me. It's got an orange inside, but for some reason I can get along with this orange inside of this cup more so than the orange inside of this cup. So this became my pencil pot. This very nearly became a pencil pot, but I left it in my cup cupboard, and it does get used from time to time. And we have a coffee machine, like a bean to cup coffee machine downstairs, and once you've made a coffee, after a certain time the coffee machine turns itself off automatically, and then it drains a little bit of water through to like clean out any leftover coffee grounds or whatever. So you have to have a cup underneath it. So this is the cup that I have underneath it, and it's like out on the coffee machine like all year round, so I can see it. So it's not like a, I mean, that sounds like, oh, she's not using it, she's not grateful for her gift, but I do really like it. So therefore I have it out on the coffee machine in my kitchen where I walk past it and see it daily. And that's what I tend to do. So when this one gets like dirty and it needs a wash, that's what I tend to do with this one as well. And they like alternate. So like Halloween cups, they're like, I don't gravitate towards more, end up becoming ones that I see more regularly because they're always out on my sides on the coffee machine, if that makes any sense. But that's That's what these do. They do get used for drinking when they're clean from time to time, but more often than not, they're on my coffee machine. Hand soap dispenser. It's either a Poundland special or something like The Range or B&M Bargains. Let me see. Doesn't say. Sometimes on the stickers it says like made for whoever you bought it from. But he's cute. He gets refilled every year. So it's refillable. I bring him out every year. So he'll be coming out on Monday when the autumn equinox starts. And he'll sit there usually until Christmas time. This is one of the last items to go away. So after Halloween, I pack away most of the Halloween decorations. But this one, he'll stay until like Christmas time where I get the Christmas soap dispenser out. This year's Poundland bag. So cute. There was another one that was, I can't remember if it had cats on it or something. I can't remember, and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I found this one and I was like, I much prefer this one. Take Me to the Pumpkin Patch. And it's like not, so this one's like a really plasticky material, but I find reusable bags almost come, it's still like plasticky, but it's almost like, how do you explain it? It's like plasticky paper, but like, you want to say like, it's like, how am I describing that? Hessian? Not Hessian, because Hessian's a Hessian sack. But anyway, it's like a different type of material. I'm not sure if I like it, but I do like the print. Take me to the pumpkin patch. I'll be taking this with me to the pumpkin patch. So that's that. That's this year's bag. One more Poundland bag that I got the same year as the Creepin' It Real one. Pumpkin spice and all things nice. My daughter chose this because cute puppies. Not my vibe, but I like it because it's Halloween-y. I'm not a massive fan of the dogs. But anyway, so in that bag is new purchases, so you'll have to wait for that, but I was just showing you the bag anyway. So bedding, moving on to bedding. We've got this one that is currently on my bed. And then on the other side, I'll show you the pillow. It's got bats. So it's basically like two beddings for the price of one. So you've got the pumpkins on one side and then the bats on the other. That was Asda, George Asda. I love their stuff, really good. Very well priced. So that was not last year, but the year before. Then last year's purchase for bedding was this one. I've said so many times in this video, I don't like skulls. And then I find myself like, well, I've bought stuff recently with skulls on it. So I can just shut up about that now, really, can't I? It's just something in my head, probably. So we've got, it's white on this side, skulls and roses and spider webs, and on the reverse side it's black. What I found about this is the black has faded quite easily, so I'm going to like bear in mind with things like that in the future by buying darker colours, which is a shame because I do like them. I do like the darker colours, but they fade really easily with stuff that is being washed. So that's that. So those are for my bed. I have ordered another one. It's currently sitting in Asda at the moment to be collected. But if I can find a picture of it, it's really nice. It's from the Stacey Solomon range. I'm not a massive fan of Stacey Solomon. However, she does bring out some good stuff within her line. So it's more expensive than I think this one was and this one was. But yeah, if there is a picture of it, then I'll put it here for you so you can see the duvet cover that I've chosen this year. I never set out to buy a duvet cover every year, but that's just kind of the way it has been. Also, Holly has got Halloween duvet covers. I'm not sure if she's going to go for one this year. I'll ask her if she wants one. If she wants one, she can have one. If not, then whatever. But the first one I got for her, which was the year that I got this one, is this cat one. So we've got ghost cats, witch cats, pumpkin cats and mummy cats. I think that's everybody on that side. And then if you wanted a lighter side, you've got just the white side, which is just the skulls and stars. So very child appropriate Halloween stuff for that one. That was not last year's, the year before's. And then last year's one she chose, she wanted dogs because she's more of a dog person than the cat person. That is the dog Halloween one, which is a dog, mummy, bat dog. What dog is that on the top with the stars? I don't know. I think he's got like a star cape on. Maybe he's got a witch's hat. Then you've got a pumpkin dog. What else have we got? We've got a dog on a broom. It's a shame you can't see the one at the top. I can't be bothered to go through and get the rest of it for you to show you. And then on the back you've just got blue with stars. So you could like use this side of the duvet cover if it's not Halloween, or you just didn't want your Halloween side on, or you're bored of it or whatever. So that's that. So I'll ask her if she wants another duvet cover this year. And then for Hamish, I got him one last year. I don't think I'm going to get him one this year. Again, I'll ask him, but he is only 2, just about to turn 3 in a couple of weeks actually. He will be 3 actually by the time you see this video, because this video is going to be posted later on in October and his birthday's at the beginning of October. So happy birthday, Hamish. I got him a Bluey. This is still in its duvet cover because we're currently using it. I don't know why I just didn't bring through the pillow, it would have been easier. So we've got Bluey. See if I can show you. Is that upside down? No. So we've got a Bingo dressed up as a ghost. We've got bats, pumpkins, the word boo, and then what's Bluey dressed up? Where is she? Oh yeah, it's Bluey the vampire. Bluey the vampire on that side. And then on this side, again, it's like, I love the duvets that are like basically 2 duvets for the price of one, so you can change it. You've got the orange stripes, you've got the pumpkins again, you've got Bluey, the bats, you've got Bingo dressed up as a ghost again on this side. Why are the Blueys upside down on this side? It's kind of weird. Like they're literally all upside down on this side. So that's that, but that's in a toddler sized duvet. Those are all the duvet covers. And then I think that brings us on to stuff that I've bought this year. If you can hear the rain outside, it has decided that it's going to bucket down with rain again. Moving on to the new stuff that I bought this year then, I guess. In no particular order, because I can't remember what order I bought it in. But one of the most exciting purchases that I've made so far, I would say, are these gin glasses, which are pumpkin, again, autumnal, not necessarily just Halloween. These were in Asda, what, like £2.50 each, maybe less than that, I can't quite remember. So I was so excited because I've been like, well, they do wine glasses, they do tumblers, they do this, they do cups, but I haven't seen any gin glasses. So when I saw these, I was like, ah! I didn't have a basket or a trolley with me at the time, so I was like, quick Hamish, let's go back and get a trolley. So we got these. I got 2 of them, the other one's downstairs. I used it last night. But yeah, been enjoying using those. I've been using them for a couple of weeks already. Holly chose a Halloween mug this year. This, again, it's very similar. She's gonna have to watch out. It's very similar to the shape and size of my Cath Kidston mugs. And it's got a white inside. I mean, that's not got a white inside anymore because I just had a cup of coffee in it. It's got a white inside. Cute pink pumpkin, pink handle with a cat, so obviously child friendly. You can see why she likes it. It's not something I would have gravitated towards, but I have been finding myself using this cup quite often, to be fair. So Holly, watch out, I might nick your cup. So that's that. That was TK Maxx, $4.99 I think their cups usually go for. I've bought my first pumpkin, or what do they call these, a gourd? Gourd, I'm gonna go for gourd. G-O-U-R-D, gourd. Don't know. 99 or 95p in TK Maxx. I find these last for ages. It's like a real, if you cut it open, it's a real pumpkin. Like it's a piece of vegetable It's a vegetable. A piece of vegetable? It's a real vegetable. It's a fruit. Is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? I don't know what pumpkin's class as. But anyway, we bought some of these, a smaller one, not last year, maybe a couple of years ago. And by Christmas time it was still going, because obviously we haven't carved it, we haven't done anything to it, it's just like as a display piece. So I bought that knowing that it will last, it won't rot, it will just stay, because it's not getting touched, it's just on my mantelpiece in the living room like that. Super cute, very aesthetic, very cutesy, very demure, very mindful. Has anybody seen that on TikTok? It cracks me up every time I see it. Then in Aldi's again, same day that we bought that one, we were by the nappy aisle of all places, and Hamish was like, pumpkin, and I was like, where's he looking, what the heck? And I turned around and I saw these. So they've got these are the cushions, they have the doorstop version of it as well. The cushion version is $4.99. As you can see, it's a bit misshapen in some places, so I found that they were very poorly packed, very poorly, like they'd all been squashed down by something. There must have been loads of them, but they had them in orange as well. This was $4.99. They didn't have the doorstops in my particular Aldi's at the time, but they are $5.99 if you're interested. But I knew that I already had the soft fluffy orange pumpkin from last year, which I think is a bit smaller and a bit more squat than this, but together side by side, the different shapes and sizes of them will actually look quite good, because obviously pumpkins come in all different shapes and sizes, and you do actually get white pumpkins in the wild. They're ghost pumpkins. In Dunelm I picked up these little hanging decorations. I've decided next year, so after Christmas this year, I'm going to find myself a fake Christmas tree, but a small one, and next year I'm going to start a Halloween tree, an autumn tree, and have like Halloween decorations on it. Call me weird if you want, I don't really care, but that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to start it this year because I feel like it's too late for that, but I can definitely look out for decorations this year in the sales after Halloween for next year to make it cheaper. So those are those. They came in a pack. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there was 10 in the pack. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's those. They were from Dunelm Mill. I did find a little pumpkin car air freshener, and I've like put it somewhere so I don't open it in temptation. And it was like a wooden car air freshener. Do you think I can find it to show it to you? No, can't find it anywhere. Went to Poundland, picked up a Halloween top for Hamish. This was £1.50. So what does it say on it? Happy Halloween, and it's lovely in orange and it's very bright and I love it, and he's going to start wearing that as of tomorrow. Every year we like to buy a Halloween tablecloth. So this is like a plasticky tablecloth. Have you seen how Poundland do these prices now? I find this very, who does prices like this? IKEA. That looks very IKEA-like to me. But yeah, so that's I saw a disposable single-use type of, why am I struggling with the word for this? Tablecloth for in the range this year, and I didn't pick it up. So then when I saw this one in Poundland, how much was this one? £1.25. I was like, yeah, go for it. Not my original, like, what I had in mind for the tablecloth this year, but I do like it nonetheless. Something that I've never seen before, which I think will be really cute on the dining room table, are the salt and pepper shakers. I found these in Poundland. Can't remember how much these ones were. I think they were £1 actually. But yeah, you've got the orange, and I'm going to open it up. So you got the little salt and pepper. I mean, they look like boobies when you hold it like that. Pumpkin boobies. Yeah, salt and pepper shakers. I can't remember which one's which. Is it salt that's got the 2 and pepper that's got the 3? Not that I think I'll be putting salt and pepper in these anyway. I think I'm just going to have them as decorations because we don't use salt and pepper on our food. It's not something that we do, but I think they're cute. and only £1 from Poundland. They're going to add to my lovely Poundland 7 year strong collection. I think it's got to be more than 7 years, you know. I just don't know. Because if Holly's 10, that means I would have moved into a place with her when she was like 6 months old. I don't know. I'll have to work it out later. What else have we got this year? We've got candle holders, but stick candle holders. We've got a tall and a short ghost. And to go with these, some bleeding candles. So I've heard people talking about these. This is a 3-pack. Hope these were £1. I think they were £1. So it looks like a black candle. If you hold it up to the light, you can see some sort of red shining through there. But when you burn them, it's got like red wax on the inside that drips down to obviously make it look like it's bleeding. So I bought these in the hope that they would fit into these. Let's pick out Mr. Big Ghosty. Yeah, just about. Bit wibbly wobbly in the top. Might have to like put some blue tack or something at the bottom of that. But I was thinking, right, when I've when I've lit this candle and it's bleeding, it's gonna go and drip all on my ghosty. Will that look cool, or will that like ruin my ghosty? Do you think the wax will stain my ghosty? So let me know in the comments if you think that that's a good idea, or if I should just leave these as decorations. I don't know, I think it looks quite cool. But that wax has already come off on the inside of that already. But yeah, so I think these were £3. No. What the heck? Yeah, £3. So those are my ghosty candle holders. These are my bleeding candles. And I think, guys, that is it. That is my Halloween collection. I'm probably going to end this video, walk around my house and be like, oh, there's something I missed. Oh, there's another thing that I missed. You can just guarantee it. So yeah, I've been filming now for 2 hours and 5 minutes. So if you got to the end of this extremely long video, then thank you very much for your time and your patience and sitting here with me and looking at all of my Halloween things. I think I've managed to get rid of a few things that I want to move on. So I've got the green broken spider, the book, the glow-in-the-dark skeleton that's not really glow-in-the-dark, the headbands, maybe the paint-it-yourself cat tea light, maybe the ghosty tea light holder that's got the cracked glazing. But other than that, everything's in okay condition. And I want to keep and I want to use, and it brings me joy. So that's that. I'm looking forward to putting on like my new Halloween bedding when I get it, when I go and pick it up from Asda. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have a happy Halloween if you celebrate it. I'm assuming you do if you've watched this video all the way through. And I will see you all in the next one, guys. Stay spooky. Bye.